How are you all feeling today? So today I will be sharing with you a yoga class that is focused to help boost your immune system. So before we begin though, I would like you to grab one of your cushions. Throw pillows is very handy, and a towel. If you don't have a yoga blanket at home, we'll use them in just a few minutes. And having a second towel is also good for your head, okay, to support your neck or your head just in case you need it. So now we'll put it away and we'll begin the class. So just remember to allow yourself to relax. Deep breaths for us to also slow down the heart rate and to calm down our nervous system. So these are all connected to help us to support and have a strong immune system. Okay, so we'll begin. Sitting position, whatever sitting position that works best for you. Easy seated pose or Indian sitting position is always a really good go-to pose. This allows you to have your breath flow freely from your nose down to your belly and from your belly up through your nose. Now you can close your eyes or soften your gaze in front of you as we begin to tune in to what is happening within your body. I invite you to just notice how you feel. This might be the first time you've stopped today. Maybe your mind is busy. Just allow it to be exactly how it is. No need to change anything. No need to control anything. Now I invite you to take a deep full breath in. And sigh this one out through the mouth. We'll do that twice more. Inhaling fully through the nose. And exhale, sigh it all out. One final round. Inhale fully through the nostrils. And sigh it all out, settling in here. And coming back to your natural flow of your breath. Ideally, like I always say, deep, smooth, without sound, without pause, breaths. Now gently soften the area around your eyes, eyebrows, throat, relaxing the shoulders, your body. Your body is alert but relaxed. Now let's take a deep full breath in, counting to 4, and a slow breath out through the nose as well, counting to 4. Making the breaths even. That's quite important in this practice today. As much as you can throughout the practice, we'll even it out. Counting to 4 or 5 or 6, however you could even and lengthen the breath. One more round. Inhale here. And exhale completely. And now gently begin to rub your palms together, creating that warmth between your palms. And once you're feeling that warmth between your hands, gently rest your hands right in front of your eyes, blinking your eyes open, coming back to the room. Reminding yourself that this practice is dedicated to nourish your body, to release any toxins in your body that may cause into inflammations and infections. This is why we're going to give your body this practice, so that it helps to support a healthier, boosting immune system. And gently release your hands by sides and welcome back. So we'll switch to crossing of your legs, or however you're sitting down. Just make sure you even it out and use your hands to spread your glutes away from your sit bones, sitting up nice and tall. This allows your breath to move freely through the nose down to your lungs, and from your lungs down up through your nose. Now we'll begin with some side body stretches. Inhale, arms reach out and all the way up. You can join your hands or keep your hands parallel, your choice. Just remember to roll your shoulders back and down. And exhale, hands out to the sides. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, move with your breath. It's very important to be connected with your breath here. Exhale, out. One last. Inhale fully. And exhale out. And gently release. Now we're going to bring your right hand down, left arm to lift up. Big inhale. Lengthen the spine. Exhale. Keep your left sit bone grounded. Reach your left arm over towards the right side. Draw your left shoulder back. Turn your chest towards the ceiling. One big round of breath here. And exhale, stay. One more. Notice where you feel this most in your body. And exhale, come back up. Right arm reaches up as well. Lower down your left hand. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, right arm over towards the left side. Draw your right shoulder back, chest open towards the ceiling. Inhale here. Soften your jaw and the throat. Relaxing the body. Absorb more benefits from the poses. And gently release. Gently bring your hands together in your heart and hold something in your heart right now. Take a moment here to think about something you're grateful for right now and dedicate your practice towards this. And gently release. Now I'm going to face that way so you can see properly what the next pose is like. So bring your legs forward in front of you. Find length in the spine. Spread your glutes away from your sit bones again. We're going to bend your right knee and step your right foot outside of your left leg. Now, this might not be available for everyone, so maybe if this is too much, you can always bring your right foot on the inner side of your left leg, okay? Now, if you could cross the right leg outside of your left leg, that's totally good. Now, option 2, stay here with your left leg extended forward. Option 3, you can bend your left knee and bring your left heel outside of your right hip. I'm going to turn around so you can see. Now, once you're there, we're going to readjust. Just make sure that your right foot is still pressing down. If not, that's totally fine. Just don't force it. If your right hip is lifting up, we can do something about that. Bring your hands on either sides of your hips. Lift your hips up. Move your hips to the left and lower down both sit bones. Now you might feel a little bit more closer to the ground if it's not already grounded, okay? So we'll stay here. This is known as half Lord of the Fishes pose. On your inhale, bring your arms up and all the way up. Shoulders roll back and down. Lengthen the neck. Inhale, find length in the spine. And as you exhale, allow your belly and your chest to lead the twist, okay? So belly and your chest towards the right outer thigh. Right hand goes behind you. Left hand to hug your right knee first. Inhale again. Find length in the spine. Tuck your chin in slightly. As you exhale, belly and your chest twisting a tiny bit more towards the right. Now your gaze can stay towards your right side or towards your right shoulder. Now, as you inhale, you can stay here, finding length in the spine, and exhale, twist deeper. On your second option though, you can bring your left arm up, inhale, and as you exhale, hook your left elbow outside of your right thigh. Inhale again and lift your sternum up. Exhale and twist. Twists are one of the most important poses to boost your immune system, because this way we release any toxins that are lying around our internal organs. We access them, and this way we can release them. And using the breath, it's like massaging the internal organs. So really taking a few deep breaths in and out through the nose to access those deep areas within your body. This also decompresses your spine. And slowly release. Hands on either sides of your body. If your left knee is bent, extend it forward. If your right leg is crossed outside of your left leg, extend it forward and shake it out. You might feel some pins and needles. That's totally fine, as long as there's no pain, okay? So again, it's important to respect your body's limitation and using the version that works best for you, okay? Now, Other side. Bend your left knee. Place your left foot outside of your right leg, option 2. You can keep your right leg forward. Option 3, you can bend your right knee out and in front of you and then bring your right heel outside of your left hip. Okay? Now, if again your left hip is lifting up too much, you can fix that by using your hands on either sides of your hips. Lift your hips up and move your hips to the right side. Consider options that works best for you, okay? So if this is not comfortable for you with your right knee bent, please take a step back, use the other 2 options, okay? Now, left hand goes behind you. Inhale, find length in the spine. Right arm can reach up. As you exhale, belly and your chest to lead the twist. Twist over towards the left. You can hug your left thigh with your right arm. Inhale again, find length in the spine, chin slightly tucked in. And exhale and twist deeper. Left hand close to your hips, not too far back. As I've told you before, if your left arm is too far back, and that would cause your spine to round. So, closer to your hips, but until only when your left wrist is comfortable. Now, option 1, stay here. On every inhale, finding length in the spine. On every exhale, see if you can twist a tiny bit more. On your second option, you can lift your right arm up, inhale. And as you exhale, hook your right elbow outside of your left thigh. Belly towards the left side body or towards the left side of the room. And gently, you can rest the gaze over towards the left side of the room or left shoulder. Your choice, whatever is comfortable for you. And take 2 big rounds of deep breaths here. Nourishing your body, your internal organs. Releasing any toxins around your spine, your internal organs. And stretching the sides of your ribs. And gently, after this next exhale, release. Bring both hands on the either sides of your body. Extend your right leg, followed by your left, and shake it out. Beautiful. Now we're going to cross your shins, coming up into your tabletop position, however you get there. So tabletop position, as always. Knees are hip-width distance apart underneath your hips, so you can measure them by using 2 fists between your knees. Hands underneath your shoulders. A little bit more forward if your wrists are a little sensitive, or if you have table tennis, table elbows. Tennis elbows, that's what I mean. On your inhale, lengthen through the front body, belly towards the floor, shoulders roll back and down, sternum forward and up. Cow pose. As you exhale, round through the back body, tailbone towards the floor, navel towards your spine, low belly up towards the spine as well as you drop your head. Inhale, a few more breaths. Exhale and round. Remember, deep, lengthy breaths. If you'd like to use Ujjayi breathing in this practice, feel free to do so as well. Warming up your body from within, inhaling and exhaling through the nose, creating the sound of the ocean waves at the back of your throat. Your next exhale, gently come back to your neutral. You're going to curl your toes in, lift your knees off the ground and send your chest to your thighs, finding your way into your downward facing dog. Walk your dog, pedal the feet, grounding the mind and the body using your breath. Palms pressing down and forward, index finger, thumbs pressing down and forward, chest towards your thighs. Slight bend in those knees if you wish. Inhaling fully, exhaling completely. If your hamstrings are tight, I would suggest bend the knees, okay? Always an option. And gently come back to stillness. Lift your hips up high, bend both your feet towards that space between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees if your hamstrings are tight. Inhale, bend the knees, arms reach out to the sides, find length in the spine. Press your feet down, rise all the way up, tall mountain, big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart and by your sides. Now, we're going to flow. Inhale, arms reach out and all the way up. Exhale and swan dive, send your hips back, hands to the floor, bend the knees if you have to, drop your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the space between your navel and your sternum, shoulders roll back. Exhale and hands to the floor, step your left foot back, followed by your right, coming into your plank. I would suggest knees down, hug your elbows in, chest and chin will lower down. Inhale, float forward, open through the chest. Press the tops of your 10 toes down. Lift your shoulders away from the ears. Chest forward and up. Back muscles, shoulders, back and down. Not using your hands here. You're using your back muscles. So press the tops of your 10 toes down to add them in the equation. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. Curl the toes. Press up. Downward facing dog. Inhaling here. Exhaling completely. Inversions as well as forward folds and downward facing dogs such as this pose are very helpful. One more inhale and exhale. Bend through both knees, gaze between the hands. We'll walk your feet towards that space between the hands. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale and fold. Shift your weight forward, drop your head. Inhale, arms reach out, press your feet down, rise all the way up, tall mountain, big breath in. Exhale and hands to your heart and by sides. Now, inhale, arms reach out and all the way up, last flow. Exhale and swan dive, send your hips back, hands to the floor and drop your head and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the torso, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale and hands to the floor, bend the knees if you have to, step your right foot back, followed by your left. Here, we're going to lower down your knees, tabletop position. We're going to add more twist, dynamic one. So place your right hand underneath, on the mat underneath your face. Left arm to reach out to the sides. You can keep it in line with your left shoulder or a little higher, just not too much until you feel any pain on that left shoulder. No, not necessary. Inhale here, find length in the spine. Exhale and thread your left arm over towards the right. Inhale, left arm out. Exhale, thread. Inhale, left arm out. Exhale and thread. And this time, lower down your left shoulder onto the mat, left side of your forehead on the mat. You can extend your right arm forward or bring your right hand on your lumbar spine. Big breath here. Slow breath out. One more inhale. And exhale. And gently bring your right arm, hand by in front of your face on the mat. Left hand down. Find length in the spine, inhale. And exhale, other side. Left hand on the mat underneath your face. Right arm to reach out. Inhale. And exhale, thread your right arm underneath your body. Inhale, right arm out. Exhale, thread. Inhale, right arm out. Exhale and thread. And then inhale, one more. And exhale, thread. Right shoulder down. Left arm can extend forward. Or you can bring your left hand on your sacrum. Whatever is comfortable for you. Not transferring too much weight on your neck, or your head rather. Most of your weight is on your shoulder. Big breath in. And exhale. One last inhale. And exhale. Left hand back towards the mat. Press up. Back to your tabletop. Let's move your spine. So, just releasing any tension around your back, around your torso. Muscles to support your spine. Let it go. Big breaths here. Slow breaths out. And gently come back to center. Now, we're going to curl your toes, lift your knees, find your way in your down dog, walk your hands towards your feet, and come into your forward fold. So here on your forward fold, what we want is for your legs to be slightly bent, okay? So it's not about stretching the hamstrings. What we want is to compress the belly slightly, so bending your knees and resting your belly onto the thighs. Now you can rest your arms out towards the mat, or you can grab a hold of your opposite elbows. Shift your weight towards your toes without lifting your heels. And breathe. You can close your eyes here, nod your head yes. Shake your head gently no. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Staying here for about 3 more rounds of deep breaths. Allow your belly to rest on your thighs. If you need to bend your knees a little bit more, feel free to do so. Last one. Here we're draining your lymph nodes, releasing any mucus, and gently release. Hands towards the floor, tuck your chin in, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming up to standing, crown of the head reaching up, hands out to the sides. Inhale, arms reach out and all the way up. And exhale in swan dive, send your hips back, hands to the floor and drop your head, slight bend towards the front of your mat, downward facing dog. Chest towards your thighs, pressing your palms down and forward. Bend the knees if your hamstrings are tight. One more breath. And exhale. Now lower down your knees. We're going to reach your right arm forward, option 1. Option 2, extend your left leg back. Okay, now if this is too much for you, you can always lower down your right hand to the floor. Okay, on your inhale, lengthen. On your exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach forward and reach your left leg back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale and thread. Inhale, extend. And exhale and thread. And slowly lower down your left knee and your right hand. Other side, left arm forward. You can do this, elbow to knee or elbow to belly. Option 2, right leg back. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Or option 3, left hand down, right knee is the only one that moves. Whatever works for you. Inhale. Exhale. One last. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly lower down your left hand, right knee back down, and then slowly we're going to bring your knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, pointed back, send your hips to land on your heels in your child's pose. Hands extended forward, forehead on the mat. If this is not something you want to do right now, you can always stay on your downward facing dog, or you can bring your knees together, toes together, into this version of child's pose. Resting your belly on your thighs, forehead on the mat. Your arms can roll alongside the body if you're needing to give your wrist a gentle massage. Come back to your breath and notice how your breath is. Are you breathing deep, even breaths? Continuously. One more breath here. Maybe remembering why you're here. And gently. We're heading over towards the nourishing part of the class, which is very important for our immune system. So, extend your arms forward if it's not already. Lift your hips up. Belly towards the floor. Extend your legs back. This is your crocodile pose. Bring your toes a little wider than your hips, maybe as wide as your mat. Stack your forearms on top of each other in front of your body. Maybe moving it a little bit more towards your chest. And then slowly take a deep breath in, lift your sternum forward, shoulders back and down. And exhale and rest your forehead on your forearms. Here, it is important to let go of your legs. Your hips can sway from side to side. Or if you'd like, you can even bend your knees and sway the legs from side to side. Here we're giving your belly that slight compression. With deep breaths as well, we access the internal organs. We strengthen your diaphragm muscles that is in charge in our breathing. It moves and massages, compresses our internal organs, and we're able to release any toxins between them or in them. This is also really good for people with anxiety or really stressed. Calms down the mind and brings you back to the stillness. We also access your nervous system here, slowing down the nervous system, the fight or flight nervous system, and activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Rest or digest. One more breath here. Deep breath in. And exhale completely. Now, lift your head. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. There's two ways to get to the next pose, which is laying down. Let's just press up. Press your hands down. Move your knees towards the center and sit down. Take a moment here. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Now, the next pose is called supported fish pose. It's a really beautiful pose to stretch and stimulate your muscles around your ribs and your belly, and we're able to access more capacity of our lungs with air when we deepen our breath and breathing naturally. So I'll grab the props that can help us. That's okay as well. I'll show you two ways anyway. So if you want to use a rolled towel, place it on the top end of your mat. If you watch my restorative live the other night, you will understand what this is. If not, feel free to check my replay. It's just on my Facebook. Now, I have this as an extra. You don't have to have that. It's just an extra, just in case some of you would prefer something under your head. Now, we're going to turn around. Keep your knees bent. And then I'll ask you guys to feel, if you have a prop, okay? Feel your bottom of your scapula, your shoulder blades. Feel that? That's the one that has to be resting on the top end of the roll of the blanket. And the tops of your shoulders resting on the mat. Okay, so whenever you're ready, rolling back down and slowly feel it. It's there. Move your head blanket. Maybe you want it on your neck, the curvature of your neck. Bringing your arms out to the sides on the letter T, or cactus arms, which is what I'm doing. And first option is having your knees bent, knees resting to each other, feet as wide as your mat. Or option 2, extend your legs forward into this supported fish pose. Now, rest there if you're already there. For some of you who doesn't have a mat, fish pose is this pose. Into your back, so laying down on your back muscles. Whole back resting on the mat. Start with your knees. Walk your feet towards your bum until your middle finger can touch your heels. Bend your elbows and slowly lift your chest up. Land on the crown of the head. Now, this might not be comfortable for all of you, so if this is causing any tension on your neck, I would suggest lower down your chest slightly and rest on the back of your head instead of the crown of the head. Or put a blanket under your head or your neck. Choose whatever feels right for you. Bending the knees is the first option. Knees together, feet as wide as the mat. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can extend your legs forward. And you'll already know and feel what this does for your chest and the belly. If you do have blocks at home as well, what you can do is place 2 blocks under your back. So one is for your head and one is for your brow line. Just on this area next to your thoracic spine. And then slowly bending your knees, laying back down. And you'll have to explore and experiment and just make sure your head is supported. Whatever height is comfortable for you for the blocks. So the one under your back ideally is on the medium height, second height. Your arms can be alongside the body. You can extend your legs forward. You can rest your knees so it's with one another, your choice. And bring your arms out to the sides. Whatever feels comfortable for you. And let's stay here for about 5 more deep, soothing breaths. If you are using Ujjayi breathing, please come back to your natural breath now, evening it out. And you can use this as your final resting pose, Savasana. Or you can come down into your Savasana. Or if you have more time, feel free to grab a wall. Grabbing a wall close to you. You can place a cushion under your hips. So, bringing your legs up the wall. Maybe place a cushion under your hips and rest your legs up the wall like this. And your arms out to the sides, whatever feels comfortable for you. This is considered as an inversion. This strengthens your heart muscles and it boosts the circulation nicely throughout your body. If you have more time, you can rest here for about 10 more minutes. Whenever you're ready, finding your way back into your fetal position, resting on one side, coming back up, and finishing the practice with a simple greeting. Bringing your hands together in your heart space and bowing your head. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining me today. For taking some time off to boost your immune system and joining me in this practice. I hope you have a lovely day ahead. The light in me bows down to the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like it. Hit the like button and share it.